Welcome to the Herd's official YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Colin Cowherd podcast, all of our NFL instant reactions, and more football content. So tonight's Thursday Night Football. And I just read a headline today that Keon Coleman, top of the second round wide receiver they drafted, the Buffalo Bills. They're going to bench him again. He's not going to start again, so he could be a bust. And yet it has absolutely no impact on Josh Allen. And I want to talk about Josh Allen. He is the best football player to me on the planet. He's one of the 5 best football players I've ever seen. Lawrence Taylor's in that group. Jerry Rice probably in that group. Remember last year, everybody was talking about Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, MVP controversy. Let me put it in perspective. Just this year, in the past 5 weeks, in fact, in the past 2 months, the Bills are 5-0 when Josh has 3 or more touchdowns. Yet they're 0-3 when he scores 3 or fewer touchdowns. They literally need him to score 3 touchdowns minimum in the last 2 months for Josh Allen to just help Buffalo win a game. No franchise that I ever remember has been this quarterback dependent. Oh, Lamar. This year, the Ravens started Tyler Huntley in a game, scored 30 points, and beat the 7-3 Chicago Bears. And looked good. Looked really good with Tyler Huntley. Just think about how valuable Josh Allen is. In the past 2 months, he's got to score minimum 3 touchdowns to just win games. Last year, Patrick Mahomes was 16th in passer rating, only 9th in touchdown passes, and yet the Chiefs went 15-2 because Kansas City, top to bottom, does so many things well. Jalen Hurts had the same number of touchdowns.
This is Bills Mafia Wire, and today we are diving headfirst into one of the most explosive, misunderstood, and absolutely defining realities of this Buffalo Bills season. A reality that national analysts are only now beginning to understand. A reality that every fan in Orchard Park has witnessed week after week. And a reality that proves, once again, why Josh Allen is not just the best football player on the planet, but the beating heart, the identity, and the very oxygen of the Buffalo Bills franchise. And if you watched national media today, if you heard the noise surrounding Keon Coleman being benched again, or the endless debate about whether the Bills rely too much on one superstar, you already know what the real headline should be. The Buffalo Bills go as Josh Allen goes, and no team in this league is more quarterback dependent, more quarterback shaped, and more quarterback elevated than Buffalo. And yet, despite all the pressure, all the weight, all the expectations placed on one man's shoulders, Josh Allen continues to perform at a historic, unprecedented level. Every week, every game, every snap, he carries not just the offense, but the entire identity of this franchise. Consider what was said today. The Bills are 5-0 in the past 2 months when Josh Allen accounts for 3 or more touchdowns, but they are 0-3 in games where he has fewer. Think about the magnitude of that. Think about the razor-thin margin this man has to work with. Most teams can survive an average game from their quarterback. The Ravens won with Tyler Huntley. The Eagles won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. The Buccaneers won with Brad Johnson. The Ravens even won with Trent Dilfer. Other franchises can patch holes, lean on defense, use their depth. Buffalo cannot. Buffalo needs Josh Allen to be Superman every single night, every quarter, every drive. And the craziest part? He keeps doing it. 28 total touchdowns this year, 37 offensive touchdowns for the Bills as a team, and an unbelievable 76% of them come from one guy. That is not normal. That is not sustainable for 99% of franchises. But for Buffalo, this is who they are. Josh Allen is not only their quarterback, he is their run game, their passing attack, their red zone offense, their spark, their momentum, and the emotional engine that makes Bills Mafia believe every single Sunday. People forget what Buffalo was before his arrival. This team went 25 years without winning a single playoff game. They were a franchise desperate for relevance, desperate for stability, desperate for a face of the organization. And then came Josh Allen. And suddenly, the national spotlight returned. Suddenly, Buffalo became a destination. Suddenly, the league took notice. Suddenly, a billionaire owner signed checks to build a brand new stadium, not because the weather changed, not because the market shifted, but because one generational talent arrived. And that is why the topic of Keon Coleman is nowhere near the crisis outsiders want it to be. Coleman is young. He's still growing. Being benched does not make him a bust. It makes him a rookie navigating one of the most complex and demanding offensive ecosystems in the NFL. But what national talking heads miss is that Buffalo's success does not hinge on a rookie wide receiver finding his footing. It hinges on the quarterback, who already carries more than any player in this league. And even with the inconsistency around him, even with the receivers still developing, even with the run game fluctuating, even with the constant changes in coaching staff, Allen continues to produce. Tonight against Houston is not just another Thursday night matchup. It is a statement game, a test of discipline, execution, structure, and resilience. Houston's defense is active, physical, well-coached, unpredictable. It is not a game where Josh can rely solely on his highlight plays. Analysts like Greg Cosell mentioned that even in a 6-touchdown performance, Allen left throws on the field. But that is the paradox of Josh Allen. Even his imperfect games contain miracles. Even his misreads turn into game-changing improvisations. Even his mistakes become setups for his greatest moments. And that is why Buffalo always has a puncher's chance, no matter the opponent, no matter the stakes. And while the world debates Buffalo's reliance on one superstar, national media is ignoring something else happening around the AFC. Look at Pittsburgh imploding offensively, failing to develop receivers, failing to generate consistent production. Look at the Chiefs struggling with pass protection, struggling with downfield threats, struggling with an offense that no longer intimidates anyone the way it used to. Look at the Bengals losing Joe Burrow and somehow still producing offense with backups because their scheme allows it. Meanwhile, the Bills have the opposite problem. The scheme needs Josh Allen because there is no backup, no safety net, no plan B. And yet Buffalo remains one of the most feared teams in the league. Nobody wants to face a quarterback who can take over a game by himself. Nobody wants to defend a player who can beat you through the air, on the ground, in the red zone, in the 2-minute drill, off script, on script, or out of pure will. Nobody wants to see a quarterback who can score in every conceivable way and erase an entire game plan with one possession. And here's what Bills Mafia needs to understand. Buffalo is not broken. Buffalo is not collapsing. Buffalo is not inconsistent. Buffalo is a team built around a once-in-a-generation force, and that force continues to break every expectation placed on him. The national narrative pretends Buffalo is dysfunctional because they don't win with a backup, because they don't run a committee offense, because they don't rotate responsibilities the way Philadelphia or Kansas City do. But the truth is that Buffalo isn't trying to be those teams. Buffalo is built around the most dominant dual-threat quarterback in the league, and they lean into it because it works. It wins games. It wins seasons. And tonight, it can win momentum. And let's talk about the supporting pieces stepping up. James Cook has become one of the most efficient runners in the AFC. Dalton Kincaid is emerging as a legitimate top-tier tight end, a safety valve Allen can trust in high-leverage downs. The defense, despite injuries, continues to pressure quarterbacks, generate takeaways, and stay competitive in games where they have no margin for error. Terrell Bernard has become the emotional centerpiece of the defense. Roswell Douglas has become one of the smartest midseason additions in recent NFL memory. Ed Oliver is playing like a man possessed, and once again, Sean McDermott's defense is at its best when the lights are brightest. Tonight is not about proving Josh Allen is the MVP. He already is. Tonight is about proving that the Buffalo Bills are still one of the most dangerous teams in football. Tonight is about reasserting themselves in the AFC hunt. Tonight is about reminding the world that you can doubt the roster, you can doubt the coaching, you can doubt the supporting cast, but you cannot doubt the man wearing number 17. Bills Mafia, this is your moment. This is your quarterback. This is your era. And tonight, under the bright lights of primetime football, the rest of the league is about to get another reminder of why Buffalo remains a force, built to scare anybody who lines up across from them. If you believe in Josh Allen, if you believe in this team, if you believe in this franchise, then you already know the Bills are far from done. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Buffalo will dominate tonight? Do you believe Josh Allen deserves the MVP more than ever? Drop your opinion in the comments, hit that like button to boost the channel, and subscribe to Bills Mafia Wire for more reactions, breakdowns, and breaking news.